They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Hang in there now.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Philly. 46 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. Into the red zone. Wentz. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Wentz to throw again. Dancing to his left. And got a man. It's Woods. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Ajayi. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd and goal, Ajayi, the lone man in the backfield. Now Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. In for the score. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Blue Lightning!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
There we go, D. That's the way to hit.
They'll set up a throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Wentz going to throw. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Grade 15.
Wentz. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a 1st down. From midfield, here's Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They give him a gain of 38. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now, Wentz again. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. This is a J. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point is always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
All right, here we go.
Looking to throw. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. And out now come the Eagles. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. And we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On first down, Wentz. They'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Wentz now on first down. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. Wentz will try again on second down. Over the middle here to Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards there, down to the 18 and a first down. Wentz now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
82, 82. Lion. Great.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Hey, empty. 82.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And this has caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Back to throw here. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
82.
To throw, it's Wentz. Going right side here, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Great 15. 81. Go.
To throw is Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got it at the 15. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Eagles continue to roll.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Fights him off. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Here we go now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now back to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A huge play there for Washington. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they'll run it here. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll go on the ground. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Hurry up, here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They get it to him running left. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game.
Set. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Hopkins' kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time
positive.
we have to leave the booth.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
81.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Black, come on. Hey, stand.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to air it out deep for Wood. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Robert Woods, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
And that is incomplete here. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And that'll bring up second down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! Back! 56 the mic, boys, 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gone!
He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Run. 81, 82.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw here is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, it's Wentz. He's going deep for Brown. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Eagles on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now, Wentz again. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. He'll have the win at his back here in the fourth quarter. And Elliott puts this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback, and bring it out to the 25. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll set up to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards there and a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. Pass incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
All right, here we go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get 3 up to midfield. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. I'm trying to collect.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, switch.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. THEMADDMAN, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. That'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on first down. Hammond. Incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Hammond. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jonathan Allen in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. The Eagles on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and forever. Operating from the gun. Hammond under pressure again, and down he goes again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hey, go down. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Set. 3-19.
On 3rd down. That's Wallace. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun. Detroit.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. The Eagles on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 19.
Detroit! Detroit! Let's go, D. Over! Check. Fresno.
From the gun, Hammond. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Philadelphia, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.